Um, yeah, not sure why that's not. Sorry, didn't do nothing. Hey, everybody. Assuming I was doing something weird, but hey, welcome to the Meta2 NXT After Show. I am one of your hosts, Katrina, hosting creative and Cat We Trust, amongst other things. I am here with my twin, Shay. How are you today?
I am distraught at what just happened, but I am trying to move on. How are you?
I am all right. I'm a little tired, but it was a night. It was a night. So let's jump in it. I do apologize. Last week, guys, this was on me. I had stuff going on, and I could not be here. but I felt a little better, so we are here. Let's jump right into it. So the first, we know what like happened last week. There was a lot of stuff that was going on last week, which led up to this week. So there was a segment where Wesley was talking to Sarah backstage, I guess trying to ask what was his actions from last week. And as this was, taking place, Ethan Page would grab the mic to talk about Pete Dunne and Trick Williams, you know, being his new challengers, and he was basically going to kick off the show. In this, Joe Hendry did interrupt and say that he will have an NXT championship opportunity, which Ethan disagreed with and walked out. And then Wesley did come in and super kick Joe Hendry. I do think that he did pretty well, Ethan Page, in regards to this segment, just because he had really good facial expressions, I felt, and he did well with the crowd, as always. But we're not too surprised, I feel like, because these are both to one former TNA person and one current TNA person, that we're going to have some kind of, match. I feel like it would make sense. So I feel like, from that standpoint is good. I did like that he had his own mic holder. I like a little nice little touch. Like, okay, all right. And then he kind of said he didn't like. Ethan did say he didn't like Joe Hendry's song, which I'm gonna have to be fair, guys. Neither do I. I'm not a fan. I know people like Joe Hendry, and you say it and you believe and all that stuff, and you say his name, you should appear, and that's fine and well and dandy. But Katrina do not like his song, and I think what really emphasis that I don't like his song is because maybe because if he wasn't clapping with like a tight shirt, I might be like a little bit okay with it. But like, it makes it hard for me to even focus when you're seeing a guy smiling really weird into the camera and he's clapping really hard and his shirt looks like if he just claps up a little bit harder, his shirt's gonna rip. It's gonna be one of those Booker T shirts. You know Booker T shirt I'm talking about. You remember that time with Booker? He got like slapped up his shirt basically like peeled apart. What kind of shirt is this? It's those vibes. Like that's the way Joe Hendry's shirt is looking. So I'm gonna have to find that. But what were your thoughts on the segment?
I thought it was great. I thought Ethan was obviously great. He's just so comfortable. Like it just he slips right into NXT so easily, and he slipped into being the NXT champion so easily because it was always meant for him, of course. I did like the mic holder change too. The way he just did it like immediately. He's like, "Hey, take this," right in front, like so quick. Like it just cracked me up. Like he's just so into this role, and I'm just so happy, honestly. Joe, Wes, Pete, you know what, you guys, love you guys. I'm a fan. You're not winning at the end of this. Like you have your little moment, but you're not winning. There's no way that Ethan will win the title in a fatal 4-way and then lose it in a fatal 4-way. No way. That's just disrespectful, and no way. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. I really do enjoy Joe Hendry. I think he's so he's just really fun. He's a fun character. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I see them really pulling the trigger. And like, is that like, would they really do that? Like, have him be Ethan, and like that would be really interesting. Like, it's an interesting thing, and it's very like in like you kind of almost see it just because of how interesting it is. But no, because we are in the ego era. That's where we need to stay. That's where I like it. That's how I have my house. I bought it there.
Yeah, no, I mean, we shall see. It would be kind of a really weird thing to win it and lose it exactly the same way. To be fair, this leads us to our first matchup. Um, what so basically this was the Heritage Cup uh match with Charlie Dempsey versus the champion at the time, Tony D'Angelo. And so Charlie did tell Ren that she was going to be more involved in the quarterback crew business because she was an official member. And, so there were some cool moments. Oh, there was one where Charlie did catch Tony with like a knee strike. Uh, and I was like, okay. Um, and then Ren seemed to kind of like slap him to motivate him, which I'm not really sure why that was necessary. Um, then it was like a moment where like Tony did like a spine buster, which I'm not, it was like, all right, cool, whatever. But this, like, I do think this match was solid. I do think that it was done well and it was good pacing, but I don't know, you know, how I feel necessarily about them leading him to this because I feel like they haven't done too much to make him seem more of a serious competitor personally. And obviously adding Ren to this, it's supposed to make them more interesting, which I'm guessing is what we're going with that, and that's fine. That's fine and well. Um, but Tony did do like I think in round two he did like to forget about it, and that was like the first pinfall, and then you know it basically he got like the first, but it basically wound up going to Charlie, which um Ren kind of knocked Tony off the second rope, and then this allowed Charlie to do a bridging butterfly suplex to take the second fall and win this. And so Charlie has became the Heritage Cup champion, and that has been pretty. I was like, all right, well, about time you got to give him something because I don't know where they were supposed to be coming in regards to what they were doing with the Critical Catch crew. I feel like they've been iffy with him in general. And I know it was a lot of it, a lot of it was because, once they lost the leader, it felt like everything was kind of all over the place. And so I feel like this is their way of kind of bringing some relevance back to them by adding a woman to it. And so we'll see, but so far so good. Thoughts on this matchup?
I liked it. It was really fun. I think that I'm noticing a pattern with the Heritage Cup matches where it really picks up towards the last few rounds. Like that's when it starts to get a little fun. The first is kind of like it's dragging on a bit. I even said it on Twitter. I feel like the Heritage Cup was finally released from the shackles of Tony D and the family. I feel like the cup was literally floundering and just like floating in the wind with Tony. It just wasn't that interesting with him. Like he just had it and it just felt really boring. Like I just was not invested in the Heritage Cup as much as I was when Charlie or when Nathan had it or when Noam had it. When they had it, I was very invested. With Tony, it just was like it's just like a decoration for this guy. Oh my god, something fell. But yeah, I also do like the addition of Ren. I think it has kind of breathed some life back into the group. I feel like they definitely were in a weird predicament when they lost that fourth member. So they definitely have kind of turned the tides a bit. I think that when they started having Charlie show more personality and then Miles kind of leaning into making those very inappropriate jokes, but it worked because, I mean, he was just kind of leaning into it. it's been fun. It has been fun seeing them grow, and I think that the Heritage Cup will seem a little bit more intriguing now that it's back with Charlie, because I just feel like it will be, honestly. Um, yes, I enjoyed this, and I think the right person 100% won.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I mean, yeah, I don't like. I know people like Tony D'Angelo from before, but I actually never really liked him, and I was already kind of impartial to his little threats to my guy, and I have not forgiven. All this time has passed, and I have not forgiven, and so I'm like, well, you know, this is what happens when you threaten my guy. Like now, look at you, cupless, terrible stuff. This leads me now to the next matchup, which was Lexus King versus Eddie Brooke, and so um, Lexus did like a pre-taped promo, basically calling Eddie like demonic, like his music, which I'm like, I mean, okay. Uh, and I thought it was kind of weird because like they showed the promo, but then they went to like a Trick Williams video package after like the music, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of a like a random, you know, thing to kind of add while the music was playing, I guess. Um, but this match was a bit of a squash to me. Um, it lasted very, very quickly. Eddie was supposed to be injured. I'm guessing this is what they were trying to go with why he couldn't like do anything in the match, which is fine. But I don't know. I feel like can we stop having squash matches? Rather, I feel like there's been too much like nonsense with that. Like, let the guys go. Let them go. Let them do what they need to do. Why are we doing these random squashes? It makes the feud feel like not important because it's like it's gonna keep squash. You know, it's gonna keep squashing him. What are we getting from this? I feel like if you're trying to let Eddie, you know, shine for coming back, and you're trying to let Lexus finally really get something where it's not the weird little feud he's been in, then let them go. And so I don't know. I didn't think it should have been necessarily squashed like that. So obviously, hopefully, I'm gonna assume there'll be another match. We'll get better with that. Um, but yeah. There was also just like actually like where Pete Dunne basically refused to give Trick a rematch because he had not earned it, and it seemed like Pete wants to go after the NXT Championship. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't really like what was going on with Eddie. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm really getting a little bit frustrated. He feels like he just came back because he was gone for a good little while. He came back and they put him in this whatever this is with Flexus, which I had like been against since it started. And now they're making Eddie look like just not look how I think he should be looking, because I really do like him. I think he's really talented. And I mean, but it's in the same breath, I really do like Lexus as well. So it's really hard for me. I'm like, why are my favorites fighting? I hate this so much. And then now you got Eddie looking crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. You know what? HBK, I'm gonna give you another 2 weeks. I'm trusting your process. I really am. I really am. Because you know what? You have not steered me wrong. So I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna see what's going on. Because right now I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like it. But I'm gonna see. And Trick, why are you bringing up that Pete was jumped? That was random and unnecessary. Mean even. Like, it just caught me off guard. He's like, I heard you got jumped in high school. I'm like, hello? How did you even figure this out? Who told you? Tyler Bate? I just know it was you. I just know. Um, but yeah, like, Pete, take your time. Don't give it to him. He just thinks that he's just supposed to get things. No, don't give him nothing. You go about your business. You won fair and square. Everyone was calling you old when you both are the same age. Very rude, very rude. It's giving Finn and Damien because y'all keep calling that man young. And they're like 1 year apart. So stop that. But yeah, Pete, don't pay Trick no mind. Trick, you just keep on with your quarters and pennies, whatever you was talking about, and you leave Pete alone.
As I put this comment up, because But yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I don't know why Trick like. I mean, I guess I like Pete Dunne, so you know where I'm at on this. Um, so there was another matchup, ladies match with Tatum Paxley versus Lola Vice. So backstage, Tatum was appeared to be struggling, and Lola tried to speak with her, and then Tatum basically said Lola was handed everything. I'm agree right there because yes, she was for being mediocre, but you know here we are. Here we are. So they did have the matchup. Kalani would join commentary, uh, but this was also a very, very, very short match. While Kalani was on commentary, Wendy Chu will come out and attack and choke her out. And in this distraction, Tatum almost was able to kind of rally a bit, but Lola was able to catch her with a spinning back fist to win. Sadly, Lola did try to show Tatum respect, and during this, Wendy was basically standing over Kalani with the Women's North American Championship. Uh, I'm not, again, these are one of those the situation where it's like I'm not sure why this was I'm not sure why this was so short of why they decided to do a squash like this. I feel like they've given like they if you're gonna give them a match, give them a match. I was more focused actually on what happening outside the ring with Wendy and Kalani because I felt like that was more entertaining than what we got in the ring, personally. And so I don't know why Wendy went after her, but I'm guessing she is the champion, so I guess it makes sense. Um, this is my thing. I don't like Lola Vice, and I try really hard. Um, like, and then if Kalani's supposed to be your buddy, Lola, why didn't you help her? Why you let her get beat up unprovoked? And you just like not helping. Like, what kind of friend are you? Like, I wouldn't want you miss spinning back fist, spin back fist me to help to safety. I don't know, do something. Stop doing. See, you spin all that mud shaking things, and you need to shake yourself to the side and be of assistance. So I'm saying. And so I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't don't ask me what is there not to like. Plenty, plenty. Pretty is fine. She's pretty. That's where it ends for me. Right there. She's pretty. She don't do it. But she should have helped Kalani. Why Kalani get beat all up and standing with a title? You just like, oh, let me show Tatum respect. What are you respecting? Yeah, I didn't fight long enough for respect. You know? No, don't make excuses. How is she tied up? How long was this match? Okay. How long was it that she was tied up with Tatum? Okay, you're making excuses for shenanigans. Okay, because she wasn't tied up like 10 minutes. This was shorter than Eddie's match. What are playing? Okay, so don't do the shenanigans. Don't do the shenanigans. Tied up where? If she was tied up, so was I, and I was doing nothing at that time. She was tied up, so was I. We're not gonna don't do the shenanigans. She want to sit there and show Tatum respect for beating her. Help me go. Kalani should be laid on the floor. I will have to wake up after I wake up. You damn right for my homie. Listen, y'all don't understand. I'm crazy about my friends. Like it's bad. And you know, she can attest to this. I get real protective over my peoples. So I would go to Wendy. That don't mean nothing. You could be scary. Ha ha. Okay, I do Stephen King. If we gonna play this, we go back and forth. Pennywise. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Just making excuses for her. She should have took her shaking ass to get Kalani up the floor. That's what she should have done. Okay? But here we are. So anyway, Lola won. I'm guessing we're gonna get Kalani and Wendy. That's the next challenge for her. So she did win the match at last week. That was last week, right? She did win her. Not this. Listen, I am 100% with you with regards to we have to run. I am a firm believer is don't be that one black person in shit. But the homie is homie, okay? And Kalani is black. Lola is not. So we can't use that excuse for Lola. Lola is not black. She's not part of the vibes. Don't be doing that. Don't be adding people to the barbecue. Don't be doing that. Don't be adding people to the cookout or whatever it is you're about to do. Don't do that. Kalani was a sister, needed assistance, and she had none. It's terrible stuff. As far as I got beat and shaped up, I mean, no. Let me be clear. I don't want to start altercation, but I get real crazy with my people. I don't like that. I don't be no. We don't have to add nobody. See, I added Cody to the cookout unprovoked because I didn't ask for that. Okay, and now you want to add Lola for what? For what? What is she gonna bring there? But agitation. Okay, what is she gonna bring? She's gonna bring your friend need assistance, and she's gonna be there dancing while her friend needs help. That's what she's gonna be bringing. We don't need those kind of vibes in the cookout. We don't need those kind of that energy. We need good energy. So my bad. Thoughts on this match?
God, how can I follow that? You know what? I wasn't too bothered by it. I like Tatum. She has this really unorthodox move set. Like, she's always pulling out moves that I don't normally see in NXT very often, which I do like about Tatum. Like, she just goes for different things like all the time. Like, she's so fascinating to me, and then her character itself is so fascinating. So she's just someone that I really want to start seeing pick up some more wins consistently and really get some steam behind her, because I think that she's just such a complex character, and then she has such an awesome repertoire in terms of her in ring. So I'm really into her. Okay. Lola, I don't know. I mean, I guess she's gonna be in something with Tatum where it's like they're friends. Even on Twitter, she was like, "Yeah, we're amigas," because Tatum was like, "Are we friends?" So I'm wondering what the end result is for that. And I just didn't. I don't like that Tatum's just been racking up these losses. Like, it's not fun for me. I hate it. But I'm interested to see where this goes, though. I really am interested to see where her new friend takes her. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not interested whatsoever in the Wendy Chu Kilani where this is going. I just don't. I don't want to see it. I don't, because like I'm just not into the character. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am a little bit. I'm just not into the whole. It depends on how it's done for me to be into, like, the otherworldly type of characters, the supernatural spooky kooky ooky characters. The only spooky kooky ooky character that I love, and I will never, and you can count this, Jeffrey, yes, the demon. That's the only one. Put it on the counter. I don't care. I'll get up to 100 mentions. You think I care, Jeffrey? But yeah, I'm just not into this, and I'm like, there's so many other people there. Like, I don't know, like I kind of prefer the old Wendy. I'm so sorry. I know she doesn't make sense with this new crop of women, like the old Wendy character and stuff, but I'm just not feeling this, like, the dark Wendy. It's not giving for me. It really is not. But we'll just see, because at the end of the day, we know Kelani's winning. Kelani is not losing. No way. I just can't even see it. I can't even see it. There's no way. But again, HB Shizzle, I'm trusting. Geez, pray for me. I promise you I went to school. I'm trusting your process.
I just gotta see some of these comments because first of all, I'm sorry, that won't stop this. Raheem, don't be adding Raheem to Cody's name. Don't do that. I don't like see these type of shenanigans talking about that keep adding all these random black names to Cody Reddy Roots, and then I have to sit here and do it. Like, he's not. He's not coming to the cookout. Okay, I don't even want Brandy at the cookout. Why? Because she married Cody. So clearly her perception is a bit skewed. It's skewed. So I don't want her to cook out either. You take a back seat, sis. Maybe a couple of years, but not right now. I don't need you. Now to this one about he can rap California. I'm sorry, but I'm from New York. I'm from New York. So while I know Tupac was originally from New York and all, and that's fine and well, he didn't rap the East Coast. It was West Coast, West Side, and all that shit all day. So I don't want to see him no damn cookout. I don't want to see him rap no damn California. How dare you? List, Jeffrey. Okay, list. How dare you, California? He better rap some, maybe Biggie Smalls, and even he's still not getting invited. He can rap some Biggie Smalls, and I'm be like, you did a good try, and you're still going home because you don't belong in the cookout. You don't belong there. Okay, that's one. Uh, yes, I do think Shay is bubble. She is. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girly. That is why I'm protective. That's exactly why I am protective. I am literally. I understand those vibes. And yes, this is fine. Just it's fine. Somebody's saying bring in macaroni salad. See, what kind of macaroni salad is it? Is it that macaroni stuff you add stuff we don't need? Is it like people put raisins in potato salad? Is that vibe Lola is on, which I'm sure she is. So now, again, um, I thought when you said, listen, I gotta make up for last week. I was not here. Cody, Jamal, y'all gonna Jamal, Corday. You know what, y'all? Because I don't appreciate these names. Like y'all gonna stop this. I'm about to have to start muting these random black names as well. So I see nothing about Cody. What do you mean? Cody? Why? That sounds so particular. And Jamal? Y'all just like getting me worked up, I see. You know what? If Wendy don't do shenanigans, maybe. 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 But then again, that's weird because I didn't like Shit Kalani. I don't know how to feel about that. You can't just beat up sisters. No.
You know what they call Tyler Bate on Twitter? They call him Tiberius DeMarcus Bate.
And it's always the most ridiculous name. Jabarki, like, I saw this lady on Instagram who named her dog, and she was like, some Jabarkis, and I'm like, why? Why? And I'm about to block them all. I'm about to put them all on my mute list. I don't want them to see it. I don't see nothing. Anything with Cody, anything I don't even want to see. I'm going to just put random quotation marks so nothing will come up. I don't see none of that nonsense. Okay? Because how dare you guys? How dare y'all? Okay? You know what, Jeffrey? I think I'm gonna have to put you in the block list. Never Jabarki sounds fire. You know what, guys? You know what? I'm starting to question you guys as fans. I'm starting to question. I just want to understand where we at. I thought we were cool people, and I don't think we are now. I'm starting to see that we're not truly cool. I don't like these vibes. I am glad you did say you said some kind of gimmick, and I was like, I think you would say the Undertaker. I was like, girl. Oh, I'm glad you said Demon Finn. I was about to say, oh, girl, don't say Undertaker. I'm gonna have to take a minute. I'm gonna have to take a minute and be like, oh, I just gotta marinate, Twinnie. I gotta marinate if that was Undertaker. I'll be like, oh.
Listen, I'm American Badass Taker. That's my.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I am for him too, only because of Limp Bizkit. To be fair, it was a good bump. It was a good bump. But yeah. Finn Balor is the only person I can semi-accept right now in Judgment Day because I just want to wring her neck. It's okay though. Rhea's coming, and when she does, I'm like, you know what, Rhea? Yes, I can use her face for darts. It's fine. This brings us to our next matchup, or rather segment, with Wesley and Zachary Wentz. So Wesley did come out basically saying he was done playing caretaker to his friend, Zachary. He then challenged Zachary to a match at No Mercy and said he would then move on to the NXT Championship. But then Pete Dunne will come out and make his claim for the NXT Championship as well. But then Joe Hendry came out to fight Wesley, and then officials have come, blah blah blah, and you're like, all of you guys want the championship. Now, of all these people that came out for this, I like Wesley. I do. But I'm going to get back to that comment in a sec. we're gonna talk about you. Like, I would just need people to get it together. First of all, Joe Hendry, you just got here. Like, and you don't even go here. What was said in Mean Girls? You don't even go here. And Bianca said that you don't go here. What? Why? 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 What do you mean, Joe? That's not even your show. You don't make titles in another show that's not yours. You go to the show and do that. Go back to TV for that nonsense. Now, as far as Wesley, I like Wes. So I need you to calm this down a bit. Calm down. What do you mean you're gonna title shot? No, you don't. Who said this? Listen, I already told you I don't like his tight shirt, and because of that, it has happened. I just can't. You're wearing a tight ass shirt. I just think that you guys don't know, but Shay knows exactly what I'm talking about. I think about a certain somebody, a certain referee who wears tight shirts. You know exactly where I'm going with this. I don't need to say names. There's no names that need to be said. But what do I expect when I see this man with this tight shirt? Can we please get a shirt that might fit your size? Just, we don't need to feel like if you stretch one good time, surprise. I want to see all that. And that's where I'm with Joe Hendry. That's where I'm at. Okay? Don't you do it, Mimi. Just turn right on around. Just turn around. But yes. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, Pete Dunne is my guy, and so I'm okay. Now, while it seemed like the reason it might have been okay, I don't know if Wesley sold it well to me. For some reason, his promo didn't seem as confident as normal. And maybe because he's a heel now, because before, like, when he did his face promos, it always seemed he was fine. But I don't know. It didn't seem the same for me. I don't know if I'm supposed to buy. Go! Excuse me, guys. My cat just touched some buttons. I'm just, okay. If this is what we're doing. I guess, and then he said all that, and then Pete Dunne and Joe Hendry got involved, so it's like, obviously Joe kind of had to get his lick back, if you will, but I feel like how you, like, challenging, at a No Mercy, but then also asking for NXT Tag Championship. It's like, well, can you focus on one issue at a time, Wes? I don't know. Let's try not to multitask too much. But yeah. And it was also really weird because I felt like what happened with Trey McHale? Because, why, how he got kicked, super kick, and nobody even mentioned him. Like, does his super kick to the face not mean anything? Like, is it just, this will be going on? But yeah, that was that segment. No, I do not believe in Joe. I don't believe in a lot of things. But Joe is somebody I do not believe in. Because if you're going to do all that, stop looking at the camera creepily. I don't like those kind of vibes, okay? Yeah, it's just, listen, guys, sorry, guys, my cat is just, she's like, oh, camera's on, let me bother y'all. But yeah, thoughts. Not Weston Lee as well. What are your thoughts on the segment?
Yeah, that was cool. Like, I don't know if I got the same passion as I'm used to from him. But I mean, I guess he was just like, you know what? I'm tired of you messing it up. You stop in my bag, essentially, is what he said to Zachary. And now it's like, you got to pay the piper. I don't know where that leads. Like, and Zachary and Trey not even being on this week. I guess they're powering up and they're coming back next week and they're gonna get their lick back, hopefully. I don't see Wes winning the title, like if he goes after it, which it seems like that's definitely the case. I think maybe Zachary and Trey will get involved in some way. Like, they're gonna get their lick back 100%, of course. Joe Hendry, like, I kind of agree with you. It's kind of like, calm down. Like, now you're getting beside yourself. You're actually driving me nuts because I was with you. You can have your time, do your concerts, but now you're getting beside yourself. Coming at Ethan, you're getting beside yourself. And I like Joe, but you gotta calm down. You have to calm down with Tom Welling's third cousin. Don't come for him. How dare you? Seriously, how dare you? And then Pete, you know what? Pete's the only one that's like, you know what? Do your big one. Do whatever you want. I don't care. But you can't be Ethan though. No, not that. Don't do that. You can do everything else but that. overall, whoever he ends up going up against, if it's a fatal 4-way, if it's a one of them, they go against each other, maybe like a triple threat match, which I see them definitely having Joe go over. Like, I feel like they already teased it even when they had that big battle royal and, Ethan ended up getting eliminated. Well, not eliminated, which led to everything because he was brawling with Joe. So, I mean, it's obvious we're definitely probably going to end up with Ethan and Joe. But in the end, Ethan needs to be at the top. Again, I said the whole Joe being champ, definitely intriguing, but not intriguing enough for me to want to see Ethan lose. No way. No way. That's my thoughts.
Who knows? As long as like Phoenix don't get hurt, because that guy was always, I like him and all, but for the love of Christ, always getting hurt. Always getting hurt, even when he was an agent, like just a free agent in AEW. I was like, all right, can we like not be hurt this time for once? So hopefully, if they're healthy and fine and well, sure, why not? As far as somebody asked me, how could I like Limp Bizkit? I'm sorry, over Lil Vice. What have Lil Vice done for Katrina? Nothing. You know, Limp Bizkit did for me? I got to roll a little bit, just a little bit, rolling a little bit, a tad. That's what I got to do. And so this is why I can like Limp Bizkit over Lil Vice. All Lil Vice did is take up TV time. I don't know this fight. Well, to be fair, Wesley was gone from that long. To be fair, he was gone. You know what? This is a really good analogy. Let's just put this up for a second because this is about a good couple of exes that need a good super kick to the face, like vintage Shawn Michaels super kick right to the face. And then maybe push down some steps. That's fine too. Maybe get thrown off something like Shane McMahon. Fine stuff. Maybe get speared off like Jeff Hardy. Whatever the vibes. You just add all that stuff in. It's fine. It's fine. There's a couple of segments after this. One, with Ava announcing at No Mercy there will be a six-woman No Mercy Gauntlet Eliminator next week to find who will challenge Roxanne Perez next. Adriana Rizzo, Sol Roca, and Ren Sinclair was chosen at random for the gauntlet. And it seemed like Stevie Turner and Mrs. Stone was arguing about whose idea it was. Later on, Carmen Petrovic, Kendall Gray, and Jada Parker would get the final spot. And then there was a segment with JC Jane, Fallon, Jakara, and Lash Legend kind of argued about who deserved a title shot. I'm gonna tell you who did deserve one, but that's another time and place. There was also a promo from Brooke Jensen basically talking up Sean Spears as his mentor. I kind of side-eyed that because I don't like Sean Spears. And then Idris and Malik said they needed to do something to help Jensen. And I'm like, yeah, but get it together. Get it together. There was also Hank and Tank basically saying they will fight Luke and Carl, sadly, on my TV screen. And Ava did announce that there will be a number one contender for the NXT Championship match between Wes, Pete, and Jill to see who would, I guess, be the contender for the NXT Championship. So, thoughts on those segments?
That was 700 segments. I'm probably going to speak about 2 of them. So the Gauntlet Eliminator, this was not random. They really tried to trick me. The people they put in it, it's very clear it's either going to be Sol Ruca or Jada Parker. That's winning. So clear. I do see it probably being Jada Parker, but it could also be Sol Ruca. I don't know. One of those two. Definitely one of those two. Carmen Petrovic is a dark horse for me, though. Miss Xing Xing. I like that. I like that she says that. Xing Xing. Brooks Jensen, I'm supporting his rights and his wrongs, whatever he's doing. I agree. Sean Spears is a great man. He is looking after Brooks. Appreciate him. He's doing more than Josh Briggs ever did. All he did was yeehaw and punch things. And that was just not enough for Brooks. So I'm really happy he's getting the support that he deserves. Oba Femi, you're very disrespectful. You're very disrespectful to Tony D'Angelo. Tony, this is the second time you've let him hoe you. I didn't take you as a man who allowed someone to hoe him. So I don't know what's going on, but next week I need to see some learned behavior because you don't seem like the hoeing type, but you've been getting hoed a lot by Oba, and I don't like that for you. That's all I can say.
Um, this leads us to our next matchup, the North American Championship match with champion Oba Femi versus Otis with Alpha Academy on the ringside. And so this was actually a pretty solid match, probably one of the better ones tonight. To be fair, I thought that Otis, definitely gave some good moments during it, and I also, while to be fair, I did not think Otis was going to win. I do think this allowed Oba to an extent work a bit of a different because Otis is a lot bigger than a good chunk of Oba's like competitors. So you know, he's been working like sometimes smaller people, and so you got somebody like Otis who's a bit of a bigger guy, and so I thought this was good for him in regards to working somebody else. But I thought this was pretty, that this was a pretty like solid type of hype up. This was a good match for this. I thought it was really like well done. Um, the family was at some point was trying to deal with the fallout of Tony's loss, but Oba Femi would kind of take over the camera to kind of hype up the title match, which was this match. There was a moment where Otis knocked Oba out of the ring, and it seemed like he looked a little bit concerned. Um, and then at one point, Tozawa they tried to hype Otis up, but Oba didn't particularly like that and knocked him out. And it seemed like that got Otis kind of worked up. He started doing some stuff. And at one moment, it actually did look like Otis might win this. He did like his worm invader bomb. However, even with that, Oba would do his power bomb to win and retain this match. But I thought this was a pretty fun match, honestly. I enjoyed it. It wasn't, I wasn't like sitting here like, you know, oh, I do like, you know, that they gave Otis opportunity. I did not think he was winning this, to be fair. But I do think this was a really good match. I'm hoping to give Otis some more. I feel like he has his moments where he's really good, and the audience always seems to still be behind him. That they need to take advantage of it in some way. I just don't know why they don't. So I'm not really sure. But I thought it was a pretty good match. I thought, Opa did what I thought he would do. But I thought Otis really, you know, I thought Otis also really shined in this as well. Thoughts?
This was a really fun, as they say, big meaty men slapping meat match. They definitely put it out there, not the meat. I'm talking about the match. And it was really fun. Like sometimes you forget how fun Otis can be in the ring. Because he's always he's very like storyline heavy. I feel like he is a lot of times. So you kind of forget. And then he reminds you like, hey, I get busy. And Oba, I love him because I feel like in the beginning, when he had his first match, he had it with someone who is like always good. So it's like, you're like, was he actually good? Or was it just that he was in a ring with someone that's really awesome and can kind of cover all of his mistakes? But it seems every time he has a match with someone, doesn't matter who it is, shape or size, he has these really fun, explosive matches. So it's like, you really can't say it's someone carrying. He's just good. And right now he's in this box. They're keeping him in this North American title box. But when he gets out of that box, I fear for everyone because he's just all around so good. He has such a presence. The guy is huge. He has a great look. He's great in the ring. He's great on the mic. Like, he has so much charisma. It's like, I fear for everyone else that is on the opposite end of him, honestly. And I'm talking about you, Tony. Again, I just said he hold you. Whether you're going to lose or not, stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. You and your wife beaters. You better do it.
No, I'm with you. I do think whenever he does get out of the North American championship picture, he's going to be a problem. He's already a problem. Like, he's really going to be one when he decides to go for the NXT championship. This might be a bit of an issue for people. Might be a bit of an issue, to be fair. Um, this leads us to our next match, ladies action between Izzy Dame versus Brindley Reese. So there was a few things. Um, they did. So Izzy did complain about Carmen getting a spot in the gauntlet eliminator over her, which is why Brindley felt the need to stand up for Carmen. So they did show photos of both of them as uh as this match and basically highlighting journeys of both ladies from they try out 2 years ago to I guess recently. But this match is alright. There was a moment where Brindley caught Izzy with like a death press and told her to stop being a bully, and I'm like, okay, I know this is what we're gonna do. But I felt like if anything, this was mostly for Izzy. I feel like this was kind of the show because I felt like while Brindley got more offense this time, I do think Izzy, this was kind of trying to show what Izzy can do because I do think that she's somebody that they see as credible outside of the women that's in the title scene, and I thought this is a good way to do that. And so I guess we'll see what happens with that. But Brindley, while she could hold on with Izzy's level of strength per se, she was not able to kind of keep up. And Izzy would basically do her spin out side slam to win this match. And so it wasn't anything like maybe necessarily super like yay, but it did what it was supposed to do. It wasn't bad. But yeah, thoughts?
I think they both have a lot of potential. Like they definitely moved very smooth in the ring. I feel like I think Izzy just has like this presence. Like when she even makes her entrance, she just comes out. She's not doing too much, but she's doing enough. Like she just has like I'm sold. I really, really do like her a lot. I love her attitude. I love how she talks. I love how she just walks. Everything. She's fire to me. Um, Brinley, she's cute. She's very cute, but she needs to figure out what's going on. Like I need to. It's just like she's just a cute, really sweet girl. That's it. Like I need a little bit more to like really grasp onto. But I think it was solid. It definitely was a solid match. Like it wasn't really a lot of like botching. I don't feel like it was just straight a match. Decent. Wasn't like crazy, but I still enjoyed what it was. And I think that they do have a lot of real estate in Izzy. I think anyone that they sent over to TNA recently is someone that they definitely have real estate in. So Izzy girl, I like you. I want to see you keep winning, succeeding. I hate that they snubbed you in the Gauntlet Eliminator, but your time will come. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. No, it was solid. I agree there. I do think it was very solid. But we'll see. We'll see what they do with them in the future. So there was a segment with Asante Dion was unhappy with Dion apparently getting all the ladies while he was like just reading backstage, and because of that, he felt away and challenged him to a match. Now, personally, I felt the way about that only because how are you mad that somebody is reading? I don't like those vibes. I feel like don't do that. You mad because somebody's gonna read, want to learn some words, want to entertain themselves in a nice way, and you mad because the girlies like that? Yes, girlies like books. We do. I do. Oh, you reading? Maybe you will BSing. Maybe you BSing, but in the beginning I won't know you BSing because you got a book open, and if you got it turned the right way, I'm about to be okay. I'm watching. I'm peeping. And so I was like, now I hope you lose. For hating, because while you hate a raid. I don't know, join him. Maybe you too, my guy, can get some girls. Or as they say, I don't want to say it like this, but what do they say? Get some bitches? I don't even like saying that. But that's what the saying is, right? Maybe you too can get some. They're like, what the fuck? Like, so bad is the man reading it? I don't feel like he was just, I said black people, but they say black people get mad and will, like bully you about the stupidest thing, and that is something they would say, like, look at you reading. Exactly. Why are you mad? Read too. Join him. Maybe you too can get the girls. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, you know what? I hope you lose because you'll be one of those hating guys. I don't like that. I don't like those vibes. library all the time. Reads, my guy, reads. And I know I added an S to that, but don't need an S. I want to emphasize the point of the reading. Okay? I particularly like that. I didn't look at it all. I'm like, oh, now you need to get your ass kicked. You started for no reason. Man just minded his business. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Thoughts on that segment?
Somebody on Twitter said that Ashanti's gimmick is basically scaring the hoes away. And I'm starting to agree with it because what's going on? What's going on? I mean, we'll see next week what this goes, but I see him, if he wins, he's cheating. He definitely cheated. That's all I'm going to say.
Not hooked on phonics. Listen, what I will say, there's a lot of people who is not. I remember you people read when you was in class and you're like, oh, let's not read again out loud. Let's just save that for a different time. When Katrina's not here and looking embarrassed that you were in the same grade that I am, reading terribly. But yes, no, I don't understand. He definitely need to get something. He can do something, but he's focused on the wrong things. I was like, my guy, I hope you lose. Do you sound like you're hating right now for no reason? There's no need to be hating like that. Like, do better. You know, do better. Do better. This now, Lisa, to our main event of the night, which was for the NXT Tag Team Championship with Nathan Frazier and Axiom, the champions, versus Chase U. So, in an interview, Nathan and Axiom promised that they were on the same page. There was also a segment where Duke Hudson and Riley kind of apologized to Rich for not celebrating his announcement last week, and they were kind of hyping each other up. With that being said, there were some things about, I was like, oh, okay, so this was a match. They looked like for one moment that they were on top. I was like, all right, guys, you got it back together. Nathan Frazier not doing shenanigans. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing, what needs to be done, and it seemed real good. Okay, it really did. There was there was a moment where Andre basically got like a superplex. It was like a superplex into like a brain buster super kick combo. He almost didn't make it. There was also a moment where Nathan did a 450 splash on Ridge, and he almost didn't kick out of that. Also, there was also a really good moment where Chase U did do like a backbreaker powerbomb on Nathan, and that was cool. But with that being said, even with my guys doing need to be done, sadly, Ridge planted Axiom with a Nathan grit and won the NXT Tag Team Championship. And then Chase U ran to celebrate with Andre and Ridge and confetti, and this was fine. But let me tell you, I did not particularly like that Ridge won. I was like, oh, I didn't like that. I was like, you know what, Nathan, this is you. This is all you. I blame you. Because if you was doing your stuff right the last couple of weeks, this would have never happened. How do Ridge just come in? I don't trust him either. And I think if we're going to put the Chase U people, Andre works better to me with Duke than he did with Ridge, personally. I thought he works better with him. I didn't like Duke like that. But Ridge, I was like, why didn't you say you were supposed to be gone? You said you're supposed to be gone, Ridge. And you're here. And now you're a champion. You took. My poor Axiom is sad. I blame Nathan for this. But also, I blame Ridge. Because why are you even here? You said you was going to go. Leave. And now, sadly, here we are. And I know, like, eventually NXT will be in CW quite soon. But I was like, oh, that means we're probably going to split them up. Put them somewhere. But you know what? Because Nathan Frazier doing shenanigans, maybe he needs to be somewhere else. But yeah, I was happy with it then. I was like, oh, Michael, because when you do a questionable decision, I can't say Sean right away. I got to think about this. And so here we are. And yes, I don't even. Yeah, I feel like Duke should have yoked him up. Duke should have took Ridge, put him in a chokehold in a lock like this, beat him down. It's fine. It's fine. Because now here we are. Now he's champion. Now he's going to really be annoying. Terrible stuff. But thoughts on this main event?
This is 100% Nathan's fault. He started the dissension, and this is the thing that kills me with him. Oh, we're not doing this anymore. We're not worried about the speed title. We're not worried about this and that. You set the tone. You set the tone. And that's why things started going the way it was going. Because of you, Mr. Sir. Axiom was always locked in on the team. You was the one doing the most. And so Axiom was like, okay, you must think I'm a hoe. So I'm going to play your game times 10. And then now all of a sudden you're like, we got to focus. We got to focus. It's funny how that happens. It's funny how that works. Now look at you. You lost. And it definitely was his fault. Because you want to jump up off things. Who pushed you? I didn't see anyone push you. You jumped off on your own. You did it on purpose. To fumble Axiom's bag. I'm scared. I don't like this. Because you know what? They're at that point. I'm getting scared. It's not safe for them right now on the main roster. It's not safe right now. Not right now. No, it's not. They're at that point when, you know, that one senior who got left back 1 year. Nothing wrong with that. But he's standing around. He got a full beard. And he need to go. That's where they are. And I don't like that. That's why I want him to keep the title. Keep the title a little bit longer. Because you got a beard. I don't want you to go. Not yet. But you, Nathan, you screwed it up. You. And then Thea, the worst judge of character in the East, the West, the North, and the South. She can't tell if a person is good or not. She don't know what's going on. And I don't understand why people keep listening to her about anything. Anything. I'm like, girl, you were supposed to go rogue and help Nathan and Axiom, but I'm not even going to get into that. You messed it up too. And why is Ridge in this predicament? It's always been Duke and Andre. All of a sudden, Ridge is here. This is all a part of his plan. Like, it's actually sick how this is happening. It's actually sick how he's getting his way. And he hurt Raul Mendoza for no reason. No, everyone forgets what he did to his hand. Everyone forgets. He is a dark cloud. He comes around just ruining everybody else around him. Poor Riley has to pretend like he cares. I know Riley got a little, you know how Helga Pataki had a little gum statue of Arnold in her closet? I know he got a little gum statue of Ridge in his closet. He be beating his ass because there's no way Riley was the only one that gave me hope. Like, you see the vision. You understand that this man is up to foolishness. Now, and they had confetti. Where did the confetti come from? I know y'all didn't have it on time for Nathan to ask him if they won. I know y'all wouldn't have let it out. Where did the confetti come from? This is really upsetting to me. I just don't understand what is going on. Andre, I don't even know what to say at this point. I really don't. I'm at a loss for words. Axiom and Nathan, they are titleless. And watch Nathan come. Don't come, because what was he saying? Oh, I got a lot of slack online. Yeah, you're going to get some more. Because you keep messing up Axiom's bag. You're going to get some more. You're going to hear my mouth. You really are. This is so sick. Next week, Nathan, don't say nothing. You know what? Don't say Nathan to Axiom, Nathan. Don't say Nathan to him. I'm telling you, this is just a travesty. This is really a travesty, and I can't believe Ridge has gotten his way. I can't even think of a worse. I haven't felt this upset since that man who wears leather betrayed Finn and then going to sit on Raw and say, yo, man, you know what, JJ? Finn's gonna turn on and betray you too. I've never seen someone victimize themselves when they're not the victim this bad since Seth Rollins. And I'm not going to get into that. But this is just a tragic, sad night. The moon is not smiling tonight. I'll tell you that much. But that's all I have to say.
You're right. I didn't even know. See, to be fair, I'm not on Twitter enough, but Nathan, if he even like he's breathing on Twitter, hush, gonna shut it down. But you do nothing. Shut it up. Shut it up. That's a good question. That's actually a question I need to answer. Where's the money, Rich? What are you doing? How you get who? You got fans? Who need fans? Who? So I can flip them up. So I can beat them up. How you got merch? Okay? How? Duke should have yoked up Rich. He should have yoked him up. You are a big guy. Yoke him up. I don't understand how he's a champion. He said he was leaving. I was like, yes! When he said he was leaving. He brought down the Brawling Brutes. He brought him down. You had a guy like Sheamus, you got a Pete, and his name is Rich. Just being that random poor guy that's an extra in some old movie from 1920, just being there, wasting space. Okay? It's rude. It's rude. It's terrible. Okay? But here we are. You know, Axiom need to ask himself, why am I friends with Nathan? And go from there. My friendship would end, personally. Well, that's what he's doing. I don't need to know that because now I'm disgusted. Like, yuck. But that is the end, guys, of our that is the end of I'm gonna NXT recap because you know, like I said, Sean better be lucky that it's years in because he almost had to get a letter. I almost had to be like, whoa, Michael, I don't have to use government. Michael, let's get this together. Do better. Don't be like the other Michaels I know in life. Don't be those Michaels. You be a good one. You be like somebody who knows how to not do nonsense. Okay. It's terrible stuff. But yes. You know what? Before I see how about the end, but no. Yes. Tony, you want to throw everybody over a bridge. Throw a bridge over. Throw him off. Toss him over the side. You want to go after my guy, Dragunov, when he did nothing but look great in the turtleneck? Okay? You throw Ridge, dumbass. Throw him over. Don't even threaten. Just toss him over. We don't even need to see the footage of him getting taken by the car. Okay? We don't need to see parking lot footage. Terrible stuff. See, you about to be on the list again. I will always dislike Lola Vice. You must be new here, my guy. Always. If a Lola Vice hater is not around, something happened to me. Something happened. I got an accident or I died. Something happened to me if Lola Vice got no haters. I will always hate to the end. She's gonna shake. I'm gonna be like, I didn't ask for that. Don't do this on my TV. Okay? Gosh. Rude. You don't know the routine. I do need to call him Jeffrey, because how dare Michael Shawn do this? Michael Shawn need to get it together. I can't use Shawn right now. I am disappointed. She just turning stuff on my laptop and stuff. You know, I can't. It's rude. It's disrespectful. You know, he's lucky. I'm years in for his shenanigans, and so I'm hoping by this gets fixed because not only do we have to do a Nathan Frazier, but Ridge, it's just too much. Lola won, you know. Joe Hendry keep popping back up regularly on a regular basis. Then the cat is upset. The cat knows. Mimi's shenanigans. That's one time we on the same page, Mimi. Okay? She's like, what's going on? And next be shenanigans. Just I can't. But all is well. I think maybe next week, if Nathan stays quiet, it's Cody. I just don't see him, and I know I just added that in there, but I gotta always add in Cody hate. He deserves it. If Lola decides to take like 3 weeks off, it's fine. We'll need that. I'll be happy. He'd be good. If Liv Morgan absolutely just gets stuck in Jersey in that godforsaken state, not the alarm. Yes, it's been a day. It's been a day. Too much shenanigans. People can't even read in peace. It's rude. But we have reached the end. I'll recap. Thank you guys for dealing with our shenanigans. We're gonna have this sometimes. And again, I apologize for last week. I was dying after my trip to Cali. Working trip, but trip nonetheless. I was dying. It was bad. But you guys have been awesome as always. Even you, MD B999. I don't know what your real name is yet. You give me your name, then I can use it. Then I can talk crap to you too, like the rest of these people in the comments when they be doing nonsense, like talking about Cody Rhodes and Lula Vice. Okay, you give me your name, we be on there. But Shay, tell the people what you got going on and where they can find you.
You can find me at Shay Sawyer _ on Instagram. You can find me also on Twitter talking about anything but wrestling half the time. Shay Sawyer _ on Twitter. Also, new show tomorrow, Challenging Times with Shay Sawyer, Mike Knox, and Cactus Katie on Unpopular Review. Tomorrow premieres. We'll be discussing the challenge. And there's a new episode of the Big Pop Theory podcast that just dropped yesterday. It's on all the platforms that you would listen to things, that you would listen to podcasts on. All of those. So all of them, because it's too many for me to list. Like, come on, please. You know them. I prefer Spotify, is what I'm going to say. And you can catch me on Twitch, streaming mostly Dead by Daylight, Lego Fortnite here and there. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And my alarm. So where can we find you, ma'am?
Okay, Marcus. Now it's listed. Now it's here. It's here. So next week you do shenanigans, I'll be like, Marcus, blocked. So you'll play games. No, I appreciate you guys, truly. Oh, well, be safe. Be safe. A lot going on with the storms of the last week or so. And we love you too. As to me, find me on most social media and Cat We Trust. Every place but Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. The E. Oh, I think in Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. The E is every place else. Just keep track on my YouTube channel. You can find all my stuff there. And we will catch you guys next week. But truly, we do appreciate you guys. You guys made this very fun. Even my ranting. But we will catch you guys in 7 days. Love y'all. Bye.